Well, it is time. Championship weekend kicks off 3 p.m. Eastern with the Niners facing the Philadelphia Eagles. San Fran on a 12-game win streak. That's tied for the longest single-season streak in franchise history. Got to go back to 1984, the year that they won the Super Bowl. Then in the AFC, the Bengals headed to Kansas City to face the Chiefs. Joe Burrow 3-0 against Patrick Mahomes, with each game decided by exactly 3 points. You'll find that one at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on CBS and streaming on Paramount+. All right, let's have some fun and make some money as we welcome in our Sportsline gambling analyst, Katie Mox. I don't know if you saw it, a new name for this segment, Props and Locks with Katie Mox. I wish I could take credit for that, but it's our guy Austin upstairs that did it all. What do you think? You like the name?
I love the name, Props and Locks with Katie Mox. I mean, it just rolls off your tongue so well. So let's hope that we live up to the name here and make some money for the people.
All right, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start with the NFC Championship. Give me your top player prop for the 49ers.
So I am a huge 49ers fan, and I get a lot of flack being a homer and being biased. So I'm going to give something against my team this weekend. I'm taking Brandon Ayuk under 46.5 receiving yards at -129 on Caesars Sportsbook. And look, Ayuk is having a breakout season, racking up over 1,000 yards for the first time in his career and averaging nearly 60 yards per game over the course of the season. However, this is a nightmare matchup for Ayuk against Philly. The Eagles have given up the fewest passing yards per game this season at just under 180. Ayuk is primarily an outside receiver, which means he's going to be covered by either Slay or Bradbury, and those guys are beasts. Bradbury allows the third lowest completion percentage in the NFL at just 45.3% this season, with two top cover corners and just a stout all-around passing defense. I gotta fade my guy in this spot.
Going against your team, what are we doing here? But hey, we'll see. You're trying to make everyone money. How about the Eagles, your top player prop there?
So the top player prop for the Eagles, I'm taking A.J. Brown for an anytime touchdown. That's at +140. Brown has racked up at least 60 yards and scored a touchdown, in 8 straight games at the end of the regular season. He leads the team in touchdown catches this year. And while the Eagles are generally a run-first team, we do know that Hurts loves to throw the long ball as well. And that's exactly where the Niners are the weakest. The Niners defense ranked 20th in defending the pass in the regular season. Look for A.J. Brown to get in for 6 at +140.
Brown was visibly frustrated on the sidelines in that win over the Giants on Saturday. He said, they throw me the ball 100 times. I'm going to want it 101 times. So I guess he has the right mentality. Let's see if he can get that touchdown this weekend. We're going to move over to the AFC Championship game now. What player prop do you like for Cincy?
So I'm looking at Joe Burrow under 37.5 pass attempts. It's at -104. And look, although the Bengals do throw the ball a lot, Burrow has only gone over this number 6 times this season and has not hit this mark in the 2 playoff games appearances played so far. In fact, Joe Burrow, as good as he is, he's actually finished under his passing yards prop of 279 in 5 of the past 6 games. Why? Because Cincy also has a balanced attack. They're very good in their ground game as well. They just bullied the Bills for 13 rushing first downs. Mixon and Perrine racked up 138 yards on 27 attempts over Buffalo, and the Bills ranked number 3 in run defense DVOA. The Chiefs defense ranked bottom 10 in rushing EPA over the past 4 games, and Casey is 21st in EPA allowed per handoff since week 13, which is where they lost to Cincy. I do think the game script is going to be very run heavy, cutting into Burrow's attempts. It's also worth noting that Burrow only had 31 attempts in the game versus the Chiefs earlier this season.
Very important there. So you're liking the under when it comes to pass attempts with Joe Burrow. We're going to skip the Chiefs for now. Any other top player props that you like for the Bengals?
Yes, I like Evan McPherson over 2.5 extra points made. This is at plus money. And look, we cashed on this last week. Money Mac in the playoffs is always a good idea. He's 10 for 11 on extra points for 61 points in 6 games played in the playoffs throughout his career. Against the Chiefs, well, Money Mac is 7 for 7 on extra points in 2 games versus the Chiefs. I like the Bengals to win this game outright. I like the Bengals over their team total of 23.5, which means I already see them getting 3 touchdowns. McPherson has been 3 for 3 on extra points made in 2 of the last 3 games. Stay hot, Money Mac. Stay hot.
I love it. I love a good kicker prop, too. He's been wildly popular when it comes to prop bets, which I don't think you could say about many kickers, so that's always fun. How about your best bet when it comes to the NFL Championship Sunday? What is your top pick?
All right, so here's where I give love for my 49ers. I'm going George Kittle, longest reception, over 20 and a half. It's at minus 111. And look, I love a tight end prop. I give it out all the time. And I do think that Kittle's reception prop is money. It's at 3.5, but the books are finally starting to get a little bit smarter. They juiced that to minus 174. So instead, I'll throw that into a parlay. The People's tight end had 5 catches for 95 yards in the Niners win over the Cowboys, including his ridiculous juggling off his helmet 30-yarder, which completely changed the momentum of the game. Kittle's had a reception of at least 21 yards in 4 of the Niners' past 6 games. He also averages about 19 yards per reception during the postseason, with 6 of those yards coming after the catch. His longest reception versus the Eagles last year, well, it was 38 yards. If the Niners want to win this game, getting Kittle involved is going to be paramount. I believe that we'll see another big game from the People's tight end, including another chunk play of play action. So give me Kittle for the longest reception.
Kittle killing the game there. He was a deciding factor in Sunday's victory over the Cowboys. We'll see how he fares during championship weekend. She's Katie Mox with her top prop bets for this weekend's championship games. Katie, thank you so much. All right, as we take a look at some of her favorite bets for this weekend. So as a 49ers fan, she does have IU going for the under when it comes to receiving yards for A.J. Brown. An anytime touchdown. He's certainly going to be looking to get action with that. The under when it comes to Joe Burrow and pass attempts, and a good kicker prop there. But as Katie said, a good tight end prop, that's going to be her best bet of the weekend.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.